is a small resource, okay? And then there are two species which are two different species, okay? They both are fighting for this particular resource. So only one will be able to exist. The other will perish out, the other will die. This will die. Okay, this won't exist. So the option should be, let's see, can coexist if they occupy the same niche? No, this cannot be the right answer. They won't be able to. They won't be able to survive. Only one species will exist. Cannot exist if they occupy the existing niche. No, it is all about only one niche. It is not about two different niche. So this is also wrong. Can coexist if they occupy a similar niche. So if they are similar niche, it does not mean same. It is similar. Similar is a different from same. So we will cut this. The only option that is correct is B. Okay. Question number two. Chemosynthetic bacteria found near submarine volcanic vent. So what is volcanic vent? Okay, this is a volcano and this will be the volcanic vent. Okay, so this bacteria will be near to these volcanic uh, vent. Okay, near to this volcanic vent. So as they are on the surface, so the so it won't depend on the deep sea tube warm. So this option is wrong. Okay, because it is near volcano, so there won't be any organic matter near it surrounding it. Okay, there won't be any organic matter. So even the organic matter is it's not right answer. Inorganic carbon. Inorganic carbon means carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. Actually, submarine don't respire through inorganic carbon. So even this option is wrong. The only option that is left is hydrogen sulfide. So chemosynthetic bacteria will work on hydrogen sulfide. Okay. The question number three. Question number three. Chemoautotrophs are those organisms which obtain their energy. So autotrophs means the one which actually can grow their own food. Okay, can grow their own food. Chemoautotrophs means it depends upon inorganic species for electron donation. Okay, because these are chemoautotrophs means only thing it depends upon is the only thing energy. So the answer should be D. All the three options, that is absence of light or presence of okay. So right answer is solely depend on the oxidation of inorganic electron donor. The question number four. The amount of solar energy trapped by the plant is, so the leaves reflect 98 to 99% of the sunlight. Okay, so only 1% to 3% get absorbed. Rest is just reflected back. So the answer should be 1% to 3%. Okay, the term wetland implies, and these won't the option. Okay, the term wetland implies land covered by the rainwater only. This is wetland. Okay, okay. Uh, the water is trapped here, water is locked here. Okay, these the water dance woodland covered by the rainwater. So let's see other options. Slow moving water. These are not moving; they are just stuck there. Okay, they are waterlogged. So this won't be the answer. Okay, waterlogged. Yeah, water is locked and the ground is wet. Okay, so this can be the answer. Okay, fast moving water. No, they are actually just still. So this can't be the answer. Okay, this is much more appropriate. See, much more appropriate. Okay, then A. Even A is not the right answer. Okay, so question number six. The edge effect contact of continental fresh water in the seawater. So what happens is that when the fresh water is there, the fresh water will be coming through a very long distance. So it will be coming out with soil and some minerals. Okay, but those are minerals and soil is actually dispersed in water. So when it interacts with seawater has large quantity of salt in it. So that salt will act as an electrolyte. Okay, that salt will act as an electrolyte and will lead to the flocculation of clay. The answer should be D. The answer should be D. There and nothing else should be the answer. Okay, nothing else should be the answer. Actually, from the chemistry point of view, we know that and salt interact with the water which has clay or some particles, then it actually fluctuates. It acts as electrolyte. Okay. Next question. Helo 5 plant require maximum illumination. Okay. So what does Helo 5 mean? Helo means sun. Okay. 5 means attraction. So Helo 5 means plants which are attracted towards sunlight. Okay. So it will be, so if that means that it absorbs large amount of light. So the answer should be 40,000 lux. Okay. The answer should be 40,000 lux. All the other three options are wrong. Okay. Next question. Which one are the following about Anemophilous plant is correct? So Anemophilous plants are part of gymnosperms. Okay, so there are two different type of plants: gymnosperms and angiosperms. Gymnosperms and angiosperms and gymnosperms. Okay, so in angiosperms, the leaf, the flower, the petals, the flowers are attractive. It has nectar in it. Okay, nectar is the one which is helpful to produce honey. So because of this, flies or butterflies can come and attract take the take the nectar, or will get attracted towards flower. Okay, so this helps in the pollination, and this helps in the reproduction of the angiosperm plant. But in the case of gymnosperm, the seeds are hidden. Here the seeds were not hidden, the seeds were open. Okay, but here in the case of gymnosperm, the seeds are hidden. So if the seeds are hidden, they don't need flowering part. They don't need nectar also. They don't need flowering part to attract butterflies, and they are mostly reproduced by uh, sea winds. Okay, the answer should be no nectar. Okay, it does not have color flower, neither it has a sweet smelling flower. Okay, neither it has a stigma. Okay, so next question is question 9. The salt in the sea water comes from. The first option is rain. So we all know that rain is one of the purest form of water. Okay, because it is just a condensed form of water vapor. Water vapor is actually just water. So water only, nothing else. No dissolved salt. So A should not be the right answer. Let's see C. C is evaporation of water in concentration of dissolved salt. Okay. So after evaporating water, it will have just water part only, no salt. The concentration of dissolved salt. This actually seems little absurd. So this won't be the right answer. Let's see D part. Mixing of different densities of water during natural warmth and cold current movement. Okay. So even even if natural warm water and cold current are mixing together, they are not talking about anything about salty part, anything related to salt. So even D option is not the right option. Let's see what is B option. Chemical exchange between seawater and substrate as well as hydrothermal emission. Yeah, we know that our Earth crust is rich of some elements. Okay, like magnesium, sodium, potassium. Okay, and sea is rich in chlorides or minerals. So when these chlorides and fluorides interact with magnesium, sodium, or potassium, they lead to formation of these salts. Okay, so the answer should be B. Okay, answer should be B. Okay, so let's see question number 10th. Biodiversity in terms of species richness is maximum in. So what does biodiversity richness means? Okay, biodiversity richness means the number of different species. Okay, if the number of different species will be higher, it will be more richer. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, let's have an idea, like 99 species are there. Okay, in an ecosystem. Okay, in an ecosystem there are 99 different species. In the ecosystem there are only 10 different species. Okay, 10 different species. So this will be more richer. This will be more richer than this one. Okay, even though the number of species, even though number of animals or whatever it is are less, but if it has difference of 90, if it has different species, which is 99, therefore it is rich. Okay, so let's see the options. Natural grasslands. Natural grasslands will won't be having adequate amount of resources. We know that from the In the first slide, we have seen that there will be some competitive behavior for the resources, and due to which some species will die out or exist. It will not be able to exist. Okay, either in the so that this won't be the right answer. Neither is semi-natural grassland, because in these two things there won't be adequate amount of resources. If we talk about artificial grasslands, we will be able to create some kind of grassland, but the species richness won't be there. That in comparison to the well-maintained grassland, so the answer should be D. Okay, let's see question number 11. Which one of the following greenhouse gas is large single contributor to anthropogenic radiative forcing? What is anthropogenic radiative forcing? Anthropogenic radiative forcing means heating of Earth. Okay, we know that there are different gases like methane, ozone, nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide. All these are greenhouse gases. Okay, all these are greenhouse gases. They absorb sunlight and also lead to the warming up of Earth. Which gas does it maximum? Carbon dioxide, okay. CO2 has the highest radiative forcing. CO2 has the highest radiative forcing. Which one of the following is main source of methane? Okay, wetlands, belching of cattle, leakage from pipelines, and burning of food. Okay, so we know that kettles in the farming land or agricultural lands are used because they generate methane. Okay, so belching means it's like a burping only. It's like kettles, whichever cows, buffaloes. Okay, they absorb some amount of gases and then they burp out the gas. They burp out gases. The gases which they are burping out is rich in methane. Okay, so belching of cattle actually lead to the higher concentration of methane gas. Okay. Next question, question number 13. Ozone layer depletion is concentrated in. This is a globe. This is the Earth globe. We can see that it is highest here. Okay, you can see that what is the ozone rate. Okay, you can see that if it is more bluish, the concentration of ozone is less. If it is more reddish, okay, the concentration of ozone is maximum. Okay, here the ozone concentration is maximum. Here the ozone concentration is lowest. We can say that ozone depletion will be highest in the lowest in the high altitude region. Okay, high altitude region. Yeah, it's the following particulate matter are notified pollutants in the National Ambient Air Quality Standards. So we know that particulate matter, size-based matter, um, they are not good for they could be not good for environment because they can get stuck in the lungs and then can cause respiratory diseases. Okay, so there is a particular range that is 10 to 2.5 pm. C options would be the right answer. Okay, the right answer. So the next question is question number 15. The broad estimate of sea level rise due to global warming by 2100 is approximately. So it is approximated that the global warming will lead to increase in the sea level, and the sea level should be will be able to reach 40 centimeters. Okay, so D should be the right answer. Let's see what is question number 16. Thermal pollution, which involves release of amount of heated water in aquatic system, is harmful. It is because hot water. Okay, we know that it actually we know that okay we are touching some kind of hot surface. There will be small thermal shock. Okay, in the case of humans, because surface area is large, we have large body. So even thermal shock, we won't get affected. Maximum it can just create a small burn. Okay, but in the cases of aquatic microbes, where the size is very small, um, the thermal what do you call, yeah, thermal pollution can be much more drastic. Thermal pollution or thermal shock can be more drastic. Okay, in the case of aquatic plants, because they are larger space, also they're connected to they are touched, they are connected to water and also to surface of earth. They are able to just transfer the heat. So this won't be the right answer. This won't be the right answer. Okay. It causes oxygen starvation. Yeah, we know that if we increase the temperature of water, the absorbed gases will be reduced. Okay. But but even though even though if we are putting hot water, it won't affect that much amount of absorbed gases. Okay, so it won't lead to cause of oxygen starvation. Neither it will cause any CO2 depletion because it won't get affected. But aquatic microbes will get affected, and aquatic microbes, small fishes, they depend on aquatic microbes, and also on small fishes, bigger fishes are dependent. So everything will get affected by thermal pollution. So the next question is 17. Biological oxygen demand of unpolluted river water is. So what is biological oxygen demand? Biological oxygen demand is amount of oxygen required in river to carry forest processes. So if we know that okay, if there are fishes, they will need some oxygen. If there are some plants or some species are there, then they need some amount of oxygen. Okay, it will be having BOD. But if we pollute the water, if you're putting some pollutants, then there will be formation of bacteria and fungi and small other undesirable species. Okay, they are there because they will be degrading the because they will be degrading the waste. Okay, but if they are degrading the waste, they will need oxygen. Okay, they will be needing oxygen. So because of that, of biological oxygen demand increases. So for the polluted river water, biological if it is highly polluted, the demand of the oxygen demand will increase, and it will increase to 20 mg O2. Okay, but if the water is unpolluted, if it is unpolluted, then it will be less than 5 mg of O2 in 5 days. Okay, so yeah, question number 18. Hemotrophs are specialized structures for maintaining. Okay, so maintaining turbid pressure in the cells. What is pneumotroph? These are pneumotroph. Okay, this is pneumotroph. This is pneumotroph. You can see that these are actually just roots which are out of water. Why they came out of water? They came out of water because inside the water they were not able to respire properly. So that is the reason they came out of water. So, so the answer should be oxygen inhalation by plants. Okay, that should be oxygen inhalation by the plant. Next question number 19. Bog ecosystem wetland receive water only from. So it is not from the rain. Okay, bog ecosystem. I'll tell you a small thing about bog ecosystem. It is not the bog ecosystem does not have that much amount of nutrients. Okay, it is devoid of nutrients. Okay, so it cannot be rainwater. It's not neither stream neither river. It is just stuck groundwater. Okay, this is bog. This is bog. Okay, so the answer should be D, groundwater. Farmers surround the field with hedgerows. These are hedgerows. Okay, these are hedgerows. These are hedgerows. During high insulation period, to make sure that the inside plant does not get withered out, does not get wilted out. Okay, so the answer should be D. For question number 21, the question number 21 is greenhouse gases are known as so. They trap heat in high altitude. They trap heat, but not just in high altitude. They trap everywhere. Okay, like a greenhouse surface on the surface of planet of Earth. Yeah, they act like a greenhouse. This should be true. What are the other options? The color of the some gases emanating from them. Now this is not the right answer. Not it is not because of that. Because CO2 does not have any color. SO2 does not have any color. These are the gases which get emanated from the industry plants. So they are non-colored. Okay. These gases are produced by agriculture crops. No, that is not the reason. The reason is only because they act like greenhouse, because they are trapping heat. They're trapping heat. That is the reason they are called greenhouse gas. Okay. Pursuant to Ratification Convention on Biological Diversity, India legislated by. Okay. Pursuant to the Ratification Convention of Biological Diversity, India legislated Biodiversity Act in year 1994. 1994. 1994 should be the answer. Okay. India has committed to reduce the emission intensity of its ground GDP from 2005 level to 33 to 35% by the year 2030. By the year 2030, okay. Which one of the following is not specified in Union of Constitution? Okay. So what Constitution did? Actually, Constitution gave three different subjects. Okay. So there is three different lists. Okay. So just Union list, concurrent list, and then state list. Okay. So in Union list, subjects which are like defense services, or services or postal services which actually want that everybody in the country should get equal opportunities, so that those are in union. Okay, for a particular state, like education. Okay, like if we are going for college, there are some colleges which are just state funded. Okay, so for that it is the subject should be state. When in concrete, when it is just when both state and union work together, then it comes in concurrent list. Okay, will come in concurrent list. Okay, so now we have understood. Union list is those lists which actually depends, does not depend upon the state. Which for every individual in a country it's same. Those are called union list. If the subject matters, if the subject matter to a particular state, then it is called state list. And if it does matter to both union and state, then it is called concurrent list. Okay. So all mines and mineral lying in the ocean within its territorial water. Okay, this is union list. This is union list. All resources of the exclusive economic zone. This is also part of union list. Let's see D. All things of values in ocean within the continental shelf. Yeah, this is also in union list. Okay, and then fisheries are part of state list. It's a state list. It's a state list. So the answer should be C. Okay, the answer should be C. Because our question I was asking about not fish state. So it should be C only, fisheries. Yeah. Which one of the following is not a renewable source of energy? Wind, we know wind is renewable. Even sunlight is also renewable. Okay. Biofuels, kettles, we can create biofuel from kettles, so these is also renewable. Only the nuclear fuels, if uranium get depleted once, we won't be able to generate more uranium. So nuclear fuels mineral should be non-renewable energy. Okay. Indian natural climate is most affected by which of the following events? Okay, so Indian natural climate depends upon monsoon. So you can see in this figure that there are two different kind of winds. Okay, one wind is north, one wind is this one, southwest wind. Southwest. This is southwest wind. Okay, this is southwest wind. Okay, this is going in the southwest wind, and the other one is northeastern wind. Okay, so this is northeastern wind. So these are the two, which are the reason behind monsoon. Okay, so all other options, these all options will be the wrong answer. It only depends upon the northeast monsoon and southwest monsoon. Centrally sponsored scheme Ayushman Bharat is national scheme insurance for poor and vulnerable. Poor and vulnerable. Okay. Which one of the following statement about Deen Dayal Antyodhya is not correct? Is not correct. Okay. It is livelihood mission aiming at alleviation of the rural poverty. It seeks to mobilize 9 crore households in community. This is also correct. This is also correct. So these are the part of Deen Dayal Antyodhya. Antyodhya. Okay. And also D. It proposes to build skill for poor to access formal source of finances. This is also correct. Okay. Only C option is not correct. Means it is actually the correct answer. It is actually the correct answer. Because question is asking not. It is a wage employment scheme for landless agricultural labor. Okay, question number 29. East India Company to begin with exported Indian goods to Western country. Which one of the following is not one of the goods in trade? Muslim. Muslim. East India Company used to work on with Muslim. So it is not the answer. It is asking for not. Even they used to trade with silk and wool. Answer should be Kelly Shivo. Kelly Shivo. Okay. B. Question number 30. Which one of the following is a common term used to describe the main source of water for human withdrawals? What is green? Okay, green water, hard water, blue water, storm water. Green water is the water which is coming from rain. Okay. Hard water is the water which is more which has high salt concentration. Okay. Blue water is the water which are found in lakes and ponds and river. Okay, lakes, pond and river. And storm water is a water which is formed due to hailstorms and everything. Which are the following is okay? The question is human withdrawal. So human withdrawals is that it's the water which is required by agriculture plants. Okay, so agriculture plants require the fulfillment. Actually, we depend upon blue water. That is, we depend upon rivers and lakes. We can't depend on the green water. We can't depend on rains for the water to come. We have to depend on the lakes and the ponds. Okay, so the answer should be C, blue water. So this is part one, and I'll come up with a part two soon. If you like the video, just give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, thank you. Thank you.